Lucifers demon seed. This is going to be wild on viruses today, folks. I'm just going to get into it briefly. I'm going to do it in segments. Hope everybody's doing well this Sunday morning. This video is going to cover these crazy zombies that you've been seeing in the news, and really what the fuck is happening to people in today's world, and really what's going on. And I'm going to be covering this Bionetics Corporation company called L. Litton Corporation, this satanic company, and I'm going to be covering also IG Fabian chemical and pharmaceutical company. Works with it's a German chemical pharmaceutical company. It works with the Illuminati. It's hostile. They've been working with the CIA for a long time on all kinds of classified fucking viruses and shit. And these zombies that you're seeing running around, I'm going to give you an explanation on what's really happening, what's really going on with everybody, so you see the picture. Man, it's crazy. Anyway, let's move on with it. I'm going to start on with this toxoplasm thing, and how, everybody knows a little bit about it, but basically it's also another manufactured goo, I call it, reptilian goo. And I believe all this shit, and I don't believe it, I know it. They're coming from most of these caves in Africa. These extractions, some are fossilized DNA, but they've been manufacturing and harvesting parasital microorganism, little small stuff in fossilized dinosaur stuff, all kinds of weird shit. Anyway, I'm going to get into this toxoplasm and what it does, and it's basically, like I said again, cats stored in their fucking intestines, and it just sits there. And this toxoplasm, about 22% of fucking Americans are carrying this toxoplasm. It's another mind control altering parasite that they've manufactured in a laboratory. It has nothing to do with the natural. This is not natural, any of these things. None of them are. They're manufactured terrorism, man, on experiments on people. Okay? And I'll also go into the CNS depressants and how they are affecting the minds. Depressant medication they give to people and shit that make them even sicker. And what it does is it interferes with the effects of this thing. Is it interferes with the way information is being sent through the central nervous system to the central cortex of the brain, your central cerebellum. Okay, and basically it just fucks everything up. It just breaks the connection, literally. That's why these people that are on these depressants are all fucked up. They get tired. They hear things. They get delusional. They're not getting the proper information going to their brain anymore. It's cut off by the depressant. It basically blocks everything out. It's an inhibitor, actually. And what it does is it lets other chemicals and other it's like rewiring the brain. It's a form of nanobot technology. The depressants, folks. It just rewires the brain, and so they can control it in a different way. And I'll get into that a little bit. But anyway, let's move on again. I'm also going to cover a little bit about the funvax. And the funvax is another parasite. Part of the 600, there's 600 fucking strands of this aerosol disbursement, chemtrail, nanobot fucking Hitlerian spray they spray out in America, coming from Arkansas. And this right here, it definitely ties into this as well. Center of Disease Control knows all about this stuff. They know what the fuck is happening here. Anyway, let's move on with these zombies. Let's give you an explanation on what these things are and what's going on. They are a victim of bad vaccinations, partially, and partially also this toxoplasm, a combination of things. But they have different strands to the toxoplasms. They can add in all kinds of different stuff in it to manipulate your brain and fuck it up. So they hit it on a massive scale. They know what the fuck they're doing. There's so many strands of this stuff. It's like the Ebola virus. Everybody broke out and stuff, and they're using this for population control. It's like AIDS. AIDS was put in the smallpox vaccination in South Africa to infect the people in Africa and kill these innocent people, these tribes, and it's ridiculous, man. And the Navy did this. The Navy worked on this program. So there you have that right there. It's gone. But the Ebola virus is also a population control mechanism virus, and it was actually first discovered the Ebola in the Kittikum Cave in Africa. These caves, these cavern systems, have a lot to do with viruses, and these parasites are coming from these caves in parts of Africa, I can say. I didn't really localize exactly where, but they're coming from these caves. And the reason why they're coming from caves is because that's where the underground reptilians and Dracos, all these abominations are there. And when you have all these abominations down there, that's what they're getting. These products are from abominations. These are fallen angel parasites. They're putting it into your pharmaceuticals. It's being laced everywhere, small strands of it in different forms. They're in toxoplasms, they're in nanobots. They're in all forms of ways they can incorporate it. They've even incorporating it into a mind control electromagnetic pulse signals that are actually psychoactive. They're using some of this stuff in the Lily wave, which I went over, this biphase electric pulse. They're bringing it in different ways. This is all biological. Anyway, let's move on with these zombies again and talk more about them. They're fucked up and they're being messed up. Their whole brains. When you get hit with one of these toxoplasms, what it does basically is it turns you into a zombie. It blocks all your neurotransmitters that go to your central cortex area. They're blocked. They're inhibitors, and you get tired. You get very, very delusional. You hear things because your brain's not functioning right. These are all inhibitors. They're fucking you up big time, folks. I'm going to do these in segments. This is just part one of them. I'm going to finish up on part two of them. These are coming from caves. These companies, L. Litton and IG Fabian, these big companies work with the Illuminati. They work with the CIA. They're big pharmaceutical, defense contracting companies. They're German. IG Fabian's all German. It's run by the Nazis, man. These are Nazi, Hitleritarian Zionists, man. They're running the show when it comes to this stuff, okay? But anyway, I'm going to sign out. I'm going to go do part two because of my memory on my phone. I do these reports in segments. But I'm going to cover nanobots more extensively in this next chapter. It's still dealing with this fucking Luciferian demon seed technology being orchestrated on everybody on this planet to the day you die. They're gonna fucking be on top of you, and they're gonna map you, and they're gonna fucking brain damage you. They've done this to many people, and people don't even know what's going on. They just think they're coming down with different illnesses and stuff. But watch out for any forms of vaccinations. The Funvax, like I said, is a parasital reptilian goo. They're putting it in vaccinations as well at CVS, Walgreens. These viruses are from these parasites are coming from caves. They're all over parts of Europe. These reptilians live down there. They're getting it from them. Guarantee it. I'm signing out. I'm going to do part two in a few minutes here. Hope you enjoyed the video. Bill signing. Part two is coming up. I'm doing them in segments. Peace.